let's get more now on Suella Braverman's big speech. And to do that, I am joined by Nigel Farage. Nigel, you don't seem a happy man.
Oh, lots of rhetoric. There's a hurricane of immigration coming from North Africa and elsewhere. We must be prepared. We will do whatever it takes to stop the small boats. And then, when it comes to solutions, do you know what she offered? Nothing.
The ECHR.
Nothing. She didn't even mention ECHR. We'd all expected this to be the big policy announcement on what is one of the top 2 or 3 policies in the country. You know, we've got to stop the small boats. The public wants it. 70% want the small boats stopped. Think the crossings are wrong. She's offered no solutions. It is the most disappointing speech from a so-called hardline, Home Office minister we could ever have expected.
Do you think that not mentioning the ECHR and just talking about things like it will definitely be worse under Labour is particularly weak?
Oh, so we're useless. Labour will be worse.
Yeah.
It's a rainy Thursday evening. Should we go and vote? Do you know what? We'll pour another drink. What is the point of it?
Yeah.
What is the point of it? All that does is lead to Tory abstentionism. Labour would be worse. How much worse? How much higher taxes?
Well, she spoke about open borders. She said that there's a choice now.
But they've got open borders. Net migration is running at record levels. 1.2 million people settled in Britain last year. Even in the Blair days, we didn't see numbers even approaching this. I'm sorry, it is absolutely pathetic.
OK, all right. And she accused Labour of deliberately rigging the deck, saying that they were instilled the Human Rights Act.
I don't care about Labour. I don't care about Labour. This is a government that's been in for 13 years that is asking for your vote. And they're saying the other lot are worse. We're useless, the other lot are worse. I'm sorry.
OK.
I'm sorry.
All right. What should she have said?
That we will stop the boats. We will prevent an unnamed judge at 10 p.m. who likely wasn't even legally trained from stopping that plane going to Rwanda. We will leave the ECHR. We will complete the Brexit process. We will have, of course, every sense of liberty and human rights in the UK, but we'll be in charge. She has ducked this. This speech is the biggest failure of this conference so far.
Wow, I mean, that really is quite a claim, given that this conference has also had HS2 rearing its head.
Well, I mean, can you believe it? Here we are in Manchester. We don't know whether they're going to cancel the Manchester leg. And given Suella's performance today, maybe Rishi tomorrow won't give an answer either. They haven't got a clue. They literally run out of ideas. They run out of energy. There's nothing in that room, in that hall, worth seeing. The real debate is out here on the fringe. That's where the real debate is.
Do you think that there is a bigger disconnect than arguably there has been in the last 10, 20 years maybe between Conservative voters, Conservative members and the actual politicians?
Oh, the centre of gravity of the parliamentary party is so far apart from these people standing around here now, it's unbelievable.
But look, she used quite a lot of language there in terms of, like I was saying, Labour want open borders, etc. I know you've addressed that.
So what?
I know, yeah. But then she also went on to talk about things like, look, these people have got luxury beliefs, the luxury belief brigade, their lives aren't touched. I think she's previously called them something along the lines of, your tofu-eating people in Islington or whatever. She mentioned gender ideology. She mentioned, being proud of British history. She mentioned challenging that kind of left-wing groupthink amongst our institutions. She's spoken there about the fact that, we're doing the main threat to this country is Islamist terrorism. Do you think she was just saying all of the right phrases there without trying to mask that there wasn't a huge amount of substance?
Playing all the right notes, but not offering not one single point or promise in that speech to fix any of it.
OK, well, then my next question to you is this. On the day that Rishi Sunak, the Prime Minister, caught up with our political editor and did not rule out you rejoining the Conservative Party. You care about Britain. You say that the thing that matters most to you is this country and the future of this country. Yeah. Well, why don't you then join the Conservative Party and try to lead it?
Well, after this speech, I mean, are you having a laugh? I mean, a party of high tax, a party of huge legal, let alone illegal.
Wouldn't you be able to change
migration.
that?
No. This lot appear to be unchangeable. Maybe after they lose the next election and we get the real fight, between the One Nation Remainers and the Leavers, who want to become pro-business and low tax. Maybe then we'll get some idea whether this mob are worth supporting. Right now, I wouldn't join them. I wouldn't even vote for them.
And there's actually, has it been that speech, seriously, that has really crystallised putting you off?
It proves their gutlessness. It proves how weak they are. It proves they can't be bold in absolutely anything they do. This was billed to be one of the major speeches of the week. And the centrepiece was the European Convention on Human Rights. She didn't even mention it. Gutless, weak, useless.
No, I mean, it is fascinating. She also went on to talk about the fact that she says they've done a bit for grooming gangs and stopping them and making sure that those people are going to be sentenced. She said that she is going to make sure that registered sex offenders are stopped from changing their name and gender, therefore being able to mask their identity.
Until she gets challenged in court under the European Convention of Human Rights and loses. Well, we can't do anything. We can't do anything. I mean, Ben Wallace made this clear when he resigned as Defence Secretary. We can't do anything. All the while, we're under the auspices of this bizarre organisation.
But what's she afraid of? Because, again, you know, you ask most people
What's
here...
she afraid of? Her own party, because they're split down the middle. They're 50-50. It's like Leave and Remain. This is a divided party. You know what? And a house divided against itself can't stand, can't succeed, and they won't.
So, having now attended 2 days of the Conservative Party conference, you'll, of course, be doing a show later on. I'll get you to preview what you've got coming up on that. But are you now more or less certain about a Labour victory at the next election?
More certain.
More
certain. What is coming out of this to the country? Indecision on HS2. What else? What's the big sell to the country coming out of Manchester from this conference? Can you tell me?
No.
There you are.
No, I can't, and I have been listening intently. I am quite literally paid to be here, and so yes, there we go. But of course, no doubt we'll be talking to other Conservative or Conservative MPs later on in the show. Who I will ask them that. I will say to them, okay, what is the big sell? What is the big sell of this going forward? Yeah.